That's what she said.
Hi, this is Eileen Perez. You're listening to the Cvh Podcast.
Yes. Oh, there's some original music between me and my son. We rock. We rock hard. She does. No, we'll be taking. We're gonna be shopping albums pretty soon. Anyway, Sunday, March 19th. Hello, welcome. March 19th. Oh, I think I say that every episode. Yeah. Welcome to all the people watching on YouTubes. That's a whole new group of you now. Maybe it's the same group also watching. I don't know. Consumership is up. You're listening. You're here and you're watching. So welcome. And I hate this thing. I don't like this camera on me, number one. Number two, I don't like thinking about my background. Number three, I don't like thinking about what I look like. All of that goes against the heart and soul of why I started this thing in the beginning. It's already, I've tacked on 45 minutes already to this thing, and I know it's going to be another additional time at the end trying to get this thing uploaded. So, I'll now be accepting intern applications for the Cvh Podcast video portion. Please submit your applications, and by submit applications, just tell me you want to do it, and you're hired. I can't. This is by far the worst part of this, and I'm gonna work hard to keep it going. But damn, yeah, that's like a whole second job here. It makes me not want to do it, and I have to, because I don't know how to stop things. If I start, I'm going to finish. It's impossible for me to not go all the way every time. So welcome to you folks, and to all the long-term listeners. Welcome. Blah, blah, blah. Last performance of Normal was 2 days ago, and we had a cancellation, and we had a title character cancellation, and we heard in the morning. And so this is where things get exciting. I love this part. Live theater, right? And so, yes, we have a cover system at the Met. Cover system at the Met, especially in the biggest roles. We're talking the star roles. A last-minute cancellation, the cover goes on. No doubt about it. If you've got a minute to think about it, the Opera House will do their best to put a star in, right? You've come to see a star, and you expect to see a star, and so if they can find a star, they're going to find one. And boy, did they find one. Angela Meade parachuted into this thing. Couple hours prior. I think she knew in the morning, but she had to get out from the West Coast, and that wasn't easy. I'll let somebody else tell that story, but from what I've heard, it was an ordeal. Anyway, she got here. Now, she's done the production before, but still, it's been a minute. They got a costume surely on the shelf that she wore before, and so that's not a problem, and she can watch the DVD or remember or be reminded or make it up on the spot. We really don't care. And what happened was a real special kind of magic where the audience got way more than they paid for, in my humblest of opinions. Angela Meade is on a different planet. And she just rolls in, and with all the confidence you can ever see in a woman's eyes, she just opens up her mouth and gets going. This was like fearless, absolutely fearless, as if she had been doing it the whole time. And that's just the truth. It was awesome. It was truly awesome. And I think it's a testament not only to Angela, obviously, first of all, Angela, who's one of the greatest. It's a testament to the live performance. It's a testament to what can happen when you have professionals under a bit of stress and pressure, and what can happen in those moments. We did... we officially did 3 weeks of rehearsal, but really it was more like 2. Less even. But Angela was not there for any of it, and she rolled in as if she had been there the whole time and sang her balls off, and it was truly just a phenomenal night. And the crowd went nuts. Probably nobody wants me to say it, but it was by far the most enthusiastic audience we've had at the end of one of these. It was truly, truly exciting, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say. When somebody can drop into a show like that and save the day, and you really are saving the day, and in a way, just showing up, you've sort of won. But to show up and then absolutely slay, boy, what more could you ask for? That was exciting the whole way through, from Costa Diva, which is her first thing she has to sing. She has to come out and sing arguably the hardest part. And it's all exposed and floaty and big and loud and soft and everything in between. And to just come in and just destroy it as if you wrote it. She really sang it like she wrote it. And boy, that is the difference between a star and a superstar. And Angela Mead is a superstar. We'll just leave it at that. I'd beg her to come in here, but I think she's too fancy. She's one of those singers that's so good, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to ask her. I don't want to be turned down. Like, I don't want the rejection. And I can only imagine the big pain in the ass it's going to be to try and put a camera on two people in here. I mean, this... I don't know if you're going to last. I don't know if you're going to last, camera. I'm looking at you. I'm going to do my best. I got enough going on in my life. I don't need more. I don't need cameras and files and waiting for things to upload and download. I already feel really old when it comes to a lot of this stuff, and I'm just sort of... I can never tell you why something works. I can just tell you how to make it work. I don't know why. So when something goes down, when it all falls apart and things aren't happening, I don't even know where to begin. I'll unplug something and plug it back in. That's as far as I can think about what to do in the moment where something is slightly amiss. Like I said, we're accepting video intern applications. Let me know. I bet I can get you. I don't know if I can get you college credit, but I can at least listen to your audition tape, and then I don't know. I have nothing to offer. Just listen to the words I have to say. That's all I can do for you. And the only thing I can do for you today is to tell you, for those of you who cover, and we all covered in the early days, we all covered, and I covered big singers. I covered my heroes, and it's a funny thing, and the dynamic has changed. From when I was a kid to now, and you remember, anybody who listened to the Larry Brownlee podcast, we talked about that a little bit. The attitude has changed, and a lot of it has to do with simply the age of the covers. It's not that they're aggressive; they're just more confident, and we were not confident. We wanted to just be in the room and not be seen or heard. We were just sort of hiding in the corner, never making our presence felt in any way, shape, or form, and just off to the side, writing things down, taking things in, but never having your presence felt. And that's changed quite a bit, and that's fine. Everything's changed. The whole thing has changed. We can't stop it. It's just going to change. And so while the dynamic has changed, the job has not. And 2 nights ago was a special case where the company has a minute to find somebody and replace a superstar with a superstar, and that's what they did. That's for the audience. It's fantastic. It's so exciting. But for most of the roles, most of the time cancellations are last minute, and they can't find somebody else, and so the cover's going on. And this is one of those moments I was talking about where you're just you're presented with opportunity, and it's going to be up to you to decide if you're available, if you're ready for it, if you're going to dominate it, if you're going to crumble underneath it. That's your moment. Preparation and opportunity is luck. That is luck. I don't get involved in any other superstition. I don't do horoscopes. I don't do lucky pennies on the floor. I don't have to tap the wall 3 times on my way into the theater. There's a lot of people, a lot of rituals, and it's just this endless display of fear. All these little things are fear-induced OCD practices. And if you're ready and your opportunity comes, that is the only time you're allowed to use the word luck. Luck is being ready when the opportunity arises. And for those of you sitting and watching, you're going to decide how long you sit and watch, really. I met up with a friend the other night, and she was talking, It was backstage after the show, and I just said, hey, how's it going? What are you on? Every time a singer meets in the hallway and they don't know what each other's doing, it's like the second question. How you doing? And then, what are you on? What are you working on? And so we just chatted for a second, and for a moment, she just sort of, had the look of somebody who wasn't thrilled to be watching. And I don't blame anybody. Everybody comes to the point. And we all watched. And she was just like, I'm so happy to be here, and it's great, and what a cast and all that. But, in her heart, she wants to perform, and that's not a secret. Everybody in the room wants to perform. And I just said real quick, you'll decide how long you do that. These are personal things. You can sit and watch your whole career. I have friends who sit and watch. That is their gig, and they're happy to have it. It's low pressure for the most part. Unless that rare occasion, and covers go on, it's rare, a couple times a year. But every role in the opera house has a cover, and sometimes two, and sometimes secret ones. I'll give you a little taste. I'll give you like a little touch every now and then of what's actually happening. Yeah, and so, use it, deal with it. I learned as much what not to do as I learned what to do when it came to covering. You can watch people come undone. You can watch people give everything they have in every single rehearsal and have no gas left for the performance. I've also seen the opposite. They're not properly training through the rehearsal and then can't do it in performance. A lot of times that happens. I've seen people disappear during the rehearsal process because they weren't quite performing in rehearsal up to a point. At a certain point, you got to prove you can do it, especially if there's doubt. Oh, sometimes there's doubt. You can smell doubt in the room. There was no doubt on Friday night. That was Angela's show, and if I had been an audience member, and I have been in the audience when somebody comes out and has to make the cancellation announcement, and there's an audible groan from the opera house. It's just like, oh, everybody has come thinking it's going to be one thing, and look, it's a live show. People are sick. People are all sorts of reasons that people cancel, and this is where the camera's going to get me in trouble. There was no doubt the other night. Yeah. Cover, right? Sit, watch, take it in, learn. When you're not learning anymore, decide not to do that anymore. Unless it's your thing. For some people, it's their thing. But if it's in your soul, the honking. Guys, I'm doing a show. I'm only on the 5th floor, and the elevator's out this week. I'm thoroughly annoyed. I don't mind working out, you know me, but I don't like 5 flights of stairs when I don't want to do it. I would never stay in a 5th floor walk up, but the elevator's out for 7 days now. Write to me privately so I can steer you away from this horrid apartment. Yeah. I love you for listening. And all the covers out there. And all the covers sitting and watching me and watching others. Do it and do it well. And when your time is done with it, get rid of it. It serves a purpose. If you're a great cover, the company would probably love you to do that forever, because great covers are hard to come by. Especially in big roles. It's tough. It's tough to find somebody who's available, really. Yeah. Honk. I love you for listening. Episode 209? Let's say 209. Let's stick with that. And, all right. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.